Hi Rod, we need to make a little bit more progress on the mine sign catalog, and I want you to start putting them into actual sizes on different pages, and then also export a low resolution PNG. So I'm going to show you quickly how to do it so that we make sure that everything is the same. So you go to your page, your master document where you've designed everything, and start working them through one by one. Um, and then as I go along, I will show you where to save it. So, okay, let me start by that. So, in your folder, create a, let me just move that one, yeah, create a in the Delonix online Google file so I can see how you make progress. Create under your mine signs, create a new folder called Catalog Signs. You open that up, then you create, and this is where you'll save all the CorelDRAW files, and then you create another little folder that's going to read web icons, and I'll show you now why we do that. So you go to your catalog and you're going to start working through from page 1 all the way. So I've done WHS1, WHS2, WHS3, and I will upload these for you so that you can see what it looks like. So you go copy the next one you want to work with, you go to a new page, you paste it. Then you have to go to your catalog and you have to go see what sizes that will match that you've done there. Okay, now I've done a couple, so I'll just give you some good guidance. So the first size we're going to do is a 300 by 200. You make your page 300 by 200. Okay, then you take your artwork, just make that also 200 wide. Okay, then what I want is on this size, I want an inline of 5 millimeter. Oh shit, what was it? Out of 8 millimeters. Let me just double check that quickly. Yeah, so it's an inline of 5 millimeters, okay, and a blue inline of 3 millimeters. That means there's a 8 millimeters from the outside to where we start. Now, the easiest way to do that is you create a box inside that is that size, and you have to sort of get it accurate, otherwise the curve doesn't work well. So what I do is you take 8 millimeters that side, 8 millimeters that side, that's 16 millimeters. So it's 16 millimeters smaller than your page, which is 200. So which means if we do that one at 184 and the height at 284, that is the inside line. And there's a reason why I do the inside line. You just center it, and then you give this inside thing a 4 millimeter radius, a corner radius. Okay. And once you've done that, you give your block a 3 millimeter outline. Now, if we did it the other way, then this radius would have been too small, which is sort of what happened with your design there. That's why I work it the other way around, so that it's nice wide radius there. So once you've done that, same thing, and compound those two. Oh, so it's break. What is going on here now? Oh, there we go. So then you just combine the two lines, combine it, um, get your color right, take that, very important, take that black outline away. So then you're ready to go. You've done your outline. Then you can double click on your page to give yourself a proper border for your sign. Sorry, not that one. There you can see the border. Then you can take your art that you've done so nicely for us, group it, center it to the page. You can delete that, keep the WHS. for now. Okay, that was step one. Then save your file. You actually should have done it a little bit earlier. And what you do here is make sure you save it as the number in the book, WHS3 in this case, and you give a brief description of what it was. In this case, it's head protection. Save. Now we've done page one. Now at the bottom there, on all these signs, I want a small little logo lettering that says it is. Let me just switch that off. Um, which is our name, as well as, and you can just go copy this from mine. What the sign is that we're working on. So if you go copy mine on page one, come on, and you just paste it at the bottom. I don't want this thing bigger than 3 millimeters on any of the signs. Okay, so it needs to be nice and small. So you've done your page one. Now you duplicate it a couple of times. Duplicate page. You duplicate it 3 times. So we work on 3 different sizes. You rename page one 200 by 300. Okay, then you can go to page two. You go to your next size. So what I just do is you click your do that one 300, and the other one should be 450. Change your page size to 300 by 450. In this case, you have to reduce the height of these letters so that it's not more than 3 millimeters. Okay, then you do this, you rename your page to 300 by 450, and you do the same with the last page. So get your next size, which is 600 by 400, change your page 600 by 400. Make sure that these letters are not more than 3 millimeters. Okay, then you take your number of the sign, put it on that corner, and do this on the last page where it's about 400, 400 by 600. You group the whole lot, including that. Then you go to export. You select PNG at the bottom. You go to your web icon folder which you've created, and you save it as WHS3 head protection. You click export. Now, very important, it's going to save it as a 600 or 400 millimeter wide object. You don't want that. You scale it down there every time so it says 80 millimeters. Okay, which means if you go to your folder, you'll see that it's a really tiny little sign that's WHS3, and this is something that we can use for our um, if you want to email a client something. Don't worry about that thing that's not high res enough. It really doesn't matter because you can see the number up there. So we're going to have to populate the whole book according to that. Now, obviously, there's going to be different sizes. Like this thing, this dimensions on this one is different. As long as you know the smallest one, so you just look at your sizes at the bottom, you see which ones basically fit. So probably the 400 by 800 or 600 by 800, whatever. And if there's not a size close to that, just create sizes that's close to our sizes that we've done here. 400 by 600. So this is going to be your popular sizes, your 200 by 300, 300 by 450, 400 by 600. And if there's These signs will be obviously a little bit different, so you'll work according to those sizes at the bottom there. Um, and then further back, there might be signs that's even smaller than what we've quoted now, like these square ones. You're obviously only going to do them square. Um, and this as well, just work on 300 wide um, and 600 wide. Just play around with the sizes. But I want you to do these and save them directly in your Delonix file so that I can track your progress on this side and do what I need to do on my side. As a matter of interest, I think we've duplicated this a few times in the book. It's on page 14 and yeah, it's on page 17 and 14. Okay, see how you go.